Good day. It's Tuesday, April 14th. Yet another day in captivity or social isolation. It's fine. I'm doing okay with it, really. It's been up today, a little painting, a little watching of some Disneyland and Disney World, like, ride videos. Having fun, but I'm like, you know what, let's get back to this. I'd organized that shelf yesterday, and I'm still kind of figuring out how things are going to get organized. Basically, the idea is when I game, I sit right here as Dungeon Master, and so stuff right here is easiest to access. I can kind of get some stuff right here. Ultimately, this can't be complete. I need more shelves. But I can progress it, and it will change over time, obviously. But just thinking of some things to do. For one, I know that laptop is going away. I never actually use it while gaming. But first, I think I'll just start by cards that are loose need to go in boxes, and dice that are loose need to go in trays. So let's do that. The cards I will put back into their boxes. At some point I want to come up with some other organizational way to store all these, but for now they're just getting stored in the boxes, and I don't really know how I'm going to store them otherwise, so for now we'll just stick with that. Alright, so I got all the cards put back in the decks, and I'm just going to kind of set those off to the side for now, because I'm not really sure where those are going to go. I got the dice put away, and there's supposed to be a tray that goes right here, but that's at my mom's. Has been for, well, since I basically moved here. Just in case I need dice when I'm over there playing Magic or anything like that. But that spot seems like a good spot to put all of my, Nope, those are in case I need, I was like, I saw more cards, I'm like, oh, I missed some. No, those are potentially needed for the last session. I have my definitely using and my optional encounter, so those are there. But yeah, I have all the wet erase markers. Those can go in there, and then I'll get the laptop here moved off to the side as well. I'm not sure where I'm gonna keep that now, but I want to clear that space. And then down here I have these tiles that I have not used this game. I found them under some stuff from the previous game. I'll get those put away, and then I think I'm going to try and do this bottom shelf for storing all of the map tiles and the flip mats and that kind of thing. Just all of the flat bits of terrain. So I'll work on that. And so I got that shelf basically done, and there's a little room, you know, for it to grow, which is definitely good. As I stand and think, do I have anything that actually needs to go on the shelf that just hasn't gotten put away? Because sometimes I do. And I'm definitely noticing here, like, because that shelf went lower, since I didn't need the height, and I was like, well, I could definitely, again, I could use some extra shelves as I'm spacing this out. But I don't have those right at this point, so we'll make do for now. Of course, I still have all these cards, and there's some junk here. Some of which will go up there, some of which might not. And I have boxes of minis at various spots. One of the things I'm trying to do here is get those brought over here somewhere. Oh, that's lovely. Also, I feel like I don't have as many of those cases as I felt like I did until I stacked them all together. I'm like, I must have more, right? I felt like I'd gotten so many. No, not really. Not very many at all. Anyways, I don't know if I will go 2 or 3 tall and then put a shelf. But for now, since I can't get anything from IKEA to get more shelves, I'll just stack all the other ones on top of them, and this will just sort of be mini storage. Which, of course, is a much better place than scattered throughout to have it right next to me. And, like, right now, many of these are just piled in here because I don't have nearly enough drawers. Eventually, it'd be nice to have, you know, like almost like this and this whole area, all mini storage, organized. Maybe even have it where I have a couple drawers that are just organized by things I've already gotten ready. I have some that are just NPCs. Maybe more over here that are more storage for like the dwarven floor. I don't know. I could do a lot of them. It'd be fun. But right now, this is what I got. So, yeah, just gonna stack things up in here. Start thinking about lunch. I'm getting hungry. And as I'm working through all that, Mom sent me a message. She was gonna come by and drop off eye drops. She ordered me allergy eye drops since hopefully I'd have a couple days during this mess where I actually get out and maybe do a walk. As long as I can avoid people. But she said, hey, I'm going by Aldi as well. Do you want me to pick you anything up? And I'm sitting here thinking, what am I going to have to eat? So it's like, I told her, you know, bring some cheddar brats, and she got a couple packs, and frozen pizza, and she got 4 different types. She also got me candy. It was fun. I still have candy. But whatever. One of these pizzas is a stuffed crust frozen pizza. Huh. I'm not gonna have it right now, but that's interesting to know that that exists. And hopefully that's good. We'll try that at some point. I think right now I'm gonna do some brats. So I will have a quick bite to eat and get back to work on the shelves. I did figure also this section right here. I was like, you know what? I have all these things that I have to keep somewhere easy to reach because they're for my last sessions of the game. Perfect spot. I seem to have made extra space doing this, which I guess makes sense, but I'm just looking at it, I was like, okay, so now I got the cards there. Like that, and then this is the only stuff that's not put back. And not only have I done that, but like I've also made space over here, because I took the boxes out from there. And this stuff really probably shouldn't go up here. Well, some of it should. That stuff will probably just sit right here, along with like I folders for the game. So I probably put that stuff there for now. Because it's just stuff that I'm using for the current game, and I can put more of that there. That's a good spot to be able to put some notes during the game. And as the books grow, it's a good spot that this dice container could go there. Because there's things like that. It's like I always want to have my dice container nearby. I always have this. Or one of these Muni cups. And the reason I have it is so that basically I use it like a coaster for my bottled water. So I always want to have a bottle of water when I'm running a game. I always want a bottle of water, and I want some throat lozenges, just in case, because it's a lot of talking. But it's like a coaster, except it has sides, so if it has condensation, it doesn't bump up against the books on the side. But yeah, so I always have those nearby, and if need be, this can move down there, this can move in front of the cards. You know, just some room for growth there. Then I got that whole shelf there. And I don't really want to just put random stuff there. I don't. Although I might put like some random decorative stuff there to fill the space. But that's not really all of the things I'm changing up anyways. Because part of all this, and ultimately, I mean, I got like stuff that's just stuffed over here that I can pull from. So I might end up with stuff that needs to go there anyways. Step 1 is making sure that I get gaming stuff reorganized and cleaned up. Step 2 is changing up the background of my videos. My original idea is that could happen somewhat regularly, maybe yearly or something. But since I moved in, it got set up. It's changed slightly a couple times. But like, I want to change it up. Just some general thoughts that I've had as I've been looking into it. I think I want to move Hero Quest over there. So that it's in the unboxing videos. I want to move maybe some Doctor Who stuff further that way, Harry Potter stuff further this way, basically switching up what videos things are in. Some of this stuff over here, like one of the things I need an extra shelf for, I have these figures, but if you notice, they only go up to here, and I have all this blank spot. I don't really know what I want to do. But just, at this point, moving some things around. I'm not really sure, but whatever. You got all this stuff at this point, and I'm like, I just want to kind of move it around. So I'll start playing with some of that too. Not really sure how long that'll take or what's going to get done, but well, I've done pretty well today to get this part done at least. And as is today's task at hand, I've continued to work on the shelves. Over here, I removed 2 shelves, moved all the books that I mostly don't care about. I'm like, I'm not going to get rid of them at this point, but I might eventually. Some of them are ones I might want to collect some of the series of. Others, I'm just like, haven't decided to get rid of yet. Anyways, I moved those down, and a couple of the board games that were on that bottom shelf, I just literally stacked on top of them, on top of more books to level things out, so that I could put this here. This goes around the bottom of where, like, the, where the vision is with the camera, so it'll be right at the bottom just behind me. Of course, I'll probably put one of those shelves right above it to put some stuff, and heights of these may be adjusted. Of course, the things on them will be. So, I'm love my Broadway shelf, but it should probably move further over, because it's been in the background of that for ages. Maybe it should move. But also, with all this, of course, I'm thinking, and one of the things is, like, I got these minis and Dwarven Forge and all this up here, and they're on these terrain trays that stick out. And I'm like, I don't really need the depth of the terrain trays for what I'm showing off there. And I got narrower ones that are on the bottoms of these. So I think I'm going to pull those out, put them here on this shelf, put a little diorama looking thing there, take those trays, I can scoot everything over, I have a little space, and put them over here, so that when they're sticking out, they're not in the way of the door at all. Then have that shelf cleared where I can do some different stuff over here at the point where it's high enough that I'm not really looking to... It's like, ultimately, if I eventually get enough minis, and I have more of those, I mean, that can be overflow, and I could have the whole wall basically be minis, but I'm not there yet. And at this point, I'm like, if I move things up, I can have different things displayed over there. Just continuing to think and move stuff around, basically. Alright, and so I've built a bit more of a shallow, except I have one of the small trays that goes back, so I have sort of a section with some depth to divide it. Looks cool. I actually used pieces from both sets, since I now have both sets. Unlike the first time when I built it, I only had the one set. So it allowed me a little more variety and control over building. Actually, the first time that I've built something with these where I've really gotten to feel the full control I have. And then I'll just sort of put these things in and behind it. Like, I already have the dragon there behind it. And things are starting to come together. On this side, the top shelves never show up. On this side, it does, based on the angle that I shoot at. So over here, like the Fallout figures, which have been, you know, pretty center frame, I moved them to the top. These Disney figures, they're actually going to go up to the top here. And then I moved up the superhero, as well as the Lord of the Rings stuff that was over here in frame, up to the top, basically above the line where things usually show up. So some of the stuff that's had a good spot in the frame for a while, I'm like, let's move that up. The Broadway stuff from over there is now right there, so that'll be well seen in the background now in the session videos. I am now thinking, oh, literally the last 2 sessions, or 1 or 2 sessions of the campaign are going to have the background changed, but oh well. For one, too late now. I ain't moving it back. I had games here that were basically things I might do videos about, or I'm not really sure. Well, they got moved over here. Also loving how thick that area is with books right now. Maybe one day that'll be the whole shelves. Anyways. So basically these ones are done. Now this, I don't know what's going to go here. As everything fills in, I might end up with, oh, I have this stuff and I don't have enough space for it. In which case, that will go there. I might pull some stuff out of the boxes. I mean, at some point I need to do those. So I'm not going to be like in a rush if this is all over and I haven't gotten anything over there. You know, no big deal. Worst case, the slanted shelf that I have over there, I have another one. I can put that right there. There's enough space if I remove this shelf. And it can just be a display shelf, much like I display stuff here, where I switch some stuff out or whatever. And just, you know, have books that sort of sit there. So I have that as an option. Anyways, as I'm pulling this together, this shelf or shelves, I don't know, I have an extra one sitting over there still. That's going to be Star Wars. So that's going to be the stuff here, as well as I got some stuff down here. And I might pull out some of the ships from X-Wing. Could look cool. I don't know. So there's that. And then, I think I said the Disney is going up top here. This middle section here, above Hero Quest, above this line here, that's going to be Doctor Who and Harry Potter. Basically, ultimately, it kind of removes it from the sessions, but it fills the background with it largely for my unboxings. And I'm like, you know what? For a while, that's cool. I'm not at all worrying. I mean, I can definitely do to organize stuff down here. I guess technically I organized that shelf, and I've organized all of this, because this is for gaming, and that was just getting things ready for that. But this section here, I'm just kind of ignoring right now at the bottom. It's not really showing up in camera, and it often gets used more as storage, because it also doesn't usually show up for me day to day, since that's where this table gets pushed. I don't generally see it all the time, so I care less about what it looks like. It kind of gets messy. I mean, at some point I'll worry about that, but like I said, some night I'm going to worry about those too. Right now I'm worried more about the display of things. And I mean, I could change this section with all these books, and at some point it'd be cool to do so, maybe just put them in a different order, but that's not today. I'm like, right now I'm not worried about it. Right now I'm worrying about all this, and I don't know if I'll finish it tonight or not. It's not too late, but I've been working on it for a long time. It's been all day. Basically, since going in there and starting, I haven't even come in here and done any work on my minis. But a lot of them just need to be based black, where they're not gonna be clear, and I need to decide which ones are painting what color. I basically tried a bunch of colors, and I got it narrowed down to just a few. And I realized I might do different colors on different ones. Like the one that looks like a Grim Reaper figure I might do with black, but I might do, you know, maybe the yellow on some of them, or the metallic blue, or even white. Just, you know, they don't all have to be the same just because they're the same undercolor. I can let it be based on what they are. I did, this morning, basically get those two done. When I did them, I didn't think they were done. But when I came and looked at them a bit later, I was like, no, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't need to do another coat. Once it dried, it looks pretty fire-like, so. Anyways, no time for minis. Gotta keep working on the shelves. Keep working on the shelves. I'm done. At least for today, I'm done. And I'm pretty pleased. Definitely some spots where I have much closer together shelves, and I like that for the visual look for my collectibles. Like so much so, like if I had more shelves, I could do more of that. Like this could be much smaller still. Obviously, with some of it, I'd have to collect more. Although I feel like I have some stuff again in some of these boxes I could pull out. Even as is, I ended up with more bare space. Admittedly, I tend to sit in front of right here, so you're not going to see a huge amount of it. And I draped the chains of the pocket watches over the niffler. I was like, that's cute. I have the books here where you actually see the spines instead of just part of the covers now, just different on that. Obviously, there's a fair bit more of this that I want to collect that will expand this out, but there's that. This book used to be on the shelf of stuff that I was going to get to, but at this point, it's no longer a new book. And I've never played that system anyways, so while I'm not like completely against ever reviewing any of those books, I feel like it's going to basically be when there are new ones that I would bother to do that. Yeah, some of the stuff up top won't be seen a whole lot in videos, but I mean, it's like I still want it there. I still see it. And obviously it'll be in the background of these videos. I could still pull out X-Wing ships, of course, and put that over there, but I mean, really, I could do that. I can extend where some of this stuff goes, put Star Wars on another shelf. But for right now, I'm, like, pretty happy with it. I moved the Star Wars books to this side deliberately to make it where it extends the books. I still got that shelf I can figure out something to do with. I'm really also very happy with this display, whatever it is. Feel that turned out pretty good. Just doing a lot. I mean, there's still stuff I can do to mess with it, tidy it up. But for right now, it is nice enough, other than obviously needing something there before I film, but that's only when I film a session video, and, well, we'll have to get over this whole social distancing thing before I can do that, so I got a little time. And, you know, worst case, I could just put a DM screen up there and call it a day if I need to. It's like I have options. And it's different. One of the things I wanted to do with the wall is make it where it was occasionally different. Like, when I was at my mom's, I used to, nearly every video, like, I would move around, say, some Funko figures in the background. or something. Like things would move and change. I've not really done that here. The idea was it's a much more complex and more organized background, and I would change it occasionally. But I haven't really, other than needing to fit more stuff, I haven't just changed it for the sake of changing it. Ultimately, as I changed it this time, I made room for more stuff. So now I just got to get the stuff right. And I did get more pop figures out of the boxes. I still have some in boxes, but I have quite a few more out. And I guess one of the other things, if I got more shelves, I could have more shelves that just kind of look like that. And I do enjoy that sort of display. I'm pretty happy, especially with how slow things seemed to go yesterday. Some of that was just cleaning up from stuff. So maybe that was just the reason it was slow. But it got me a little discouraged. Well, it's dark out. So it's gotten late while I'm doing it. So it has basically, it's basically taken me like 8 hours. But you know what? To spend 8 hours on it and actually get it done, not so bad. I kind of wanted to make the buffalo dip, but I'm not up to that tonight. That would have been middle of the day kind of thing, but I was busy. Let me figure out what else I can make. Oh yeah, I have a microwave version of the pasta that came with my meal that I got from Olive Garden on Easter. I'll have that. And so a nice bit of pasta for dinner. I'll enjoy that. And then be heading to bed. I had a well-accomplished day. Really good, considering some of the other days I've had lately, so yeah. Glad for it. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.